What's up, Morning Show with Anthony vlog fans? Got some new music news for you from Mumford and Sons. Fourth studio album, Delta, due out on November 16th, if they can make it. What do I mean by that? Here's Marcus Mumford on The Tonight Show explaining.
Delta comes out November 16th. Do we know why Delta, or that's up to us to decide?
Yeah, no, lots of reasons for Delta. I mean, it comes out November 16th if we finish it in time. We're still working on it.
Now, how is that possible?
Well, that's why we're in New York, obviously, to see you.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, of course.
You're our favourite. But also because we're mixing it down the road.
You're still mixing the record?
Yeah.
I mean, is this the first time you've ever promoted an album that's not finished?
It is, but this is the modern world. And it's going to be fine.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Your voice is getting higher as you're talking. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be great.
Only dogs and bats will be able to hear me say, it's done!
But everyone writes, right?
So that's Marcus on The Tonight Show giving all the details. Kind of scary. The album's not done yet, you know? Like, that's... We saw this with you, too. Hey, we're putting out an album. We got it 2 years later. Mixing process is kind of weird. You know, that's when they decide, you know, like levels, you know, like the drum should be this loud and the guitar this loud. And let's bring in the bass here. Let's bring up the string section a little bit more here. You know, that's when they decide that kind of stuff. A lot of stuff can go wrong in that time period where they're sitting there going, I don't like this like this. Maybe we can re-record it. And they're laying down new tracks again. Then they got to mix. So it could be a nightmare. So hopefully they're a little bit closer to done. And you heard Marcus say they never promoted a record before when it was not finished, but we live in an era now, like he said, like it's the modern times. Physical releases are so much easily produced so that you can turn them around and get them out quicker. You can press vinyl better. You can put out CDs quicker, but also the world relies so much on digital that it doesn't even matter. For instance, the first single, which they performed on The Tonight Show, Guiding Light, radio got that like that. Like there wasn't a lot of forewarning in that. I showed up this morning literally and got it. I was like, oh, okay. Put it right on the air. So it's in the EHM Music Bin. You guys can hear it. If you're tuned into EHM all the time, it'll be in rotation there. Guiding Light, the new single, first single from Delta, which comes out on November 16th, if they can get it done. That could be a big if. Hopefully, you know, they're in New York. They're promoting it. They're on The Tonight Show. You know, they got a month to finish it. Hopefully they can get it done, and there's not too much to worry about. As far as what we know on how this record sounds, well, you can give Guiding Light a listen. We have the link below. But you can also take some comfort in Winston's words. Winston Marshall spoke to Rolling Stone. He says, and I quote, "This time we were even more free because we felt that we could go back to acoustic instruments. There weren't many boundaries musically." Paul Epworth is the producer on Delta. And to expand on Winston's words here, they had gone so much in the other direction from what they were originally known for on the last record and explored that area and done that. Now they felt like there was no more constraints. So this time they could go back to acoustic and not feel like they were being forced into a specific kind of music, you know. So that's the cool part about a band, you know, experimenting. Maybe you hated the last Mumford record because it did sound a lot different. I liked it. I even liked Johannesburg. I thought that was a pretty nice little EP that we got snuck in out of nowhere again. This time around, they're going to be a little bit more freeing because they got nobody sort of pigeonholing them. Bands need to do that. Bands need to expand and get around and, you know, do those kind of cool things to, you know, make you feel like they, you know, they have choices. They can do whatever they want. So I thought that was kind of cool to see. And I'm looking forward to this. November 16th. We'll have more information as we get. This is the other side of the studio, by the way. See, not as nicely as my back. Not as nicely decorated as this. That's why you always only see this side, because it's so much nicer looking. There you go. New Mumford and Sons. The more we know, the more we'll pass along to you guys. But Paul Epworth produced. Winston says it's very freeing. Marcus says he likes it. They think they can get it done. Oh, the other little tidbit he put out there on The Tonight Show, there's going to be a tour, obviously, to support the new effort. So with the November 16th release, we'll keep our eye out over the next couple of days. I'm sure we'll know some dates on where they're going. I'm sure we're going to be seeing an arena effort from Mumford. It'll be interesting to see who they choose to open up, how long they do in each city, and where they're going, how long this tour is going to be overall. So there'll be plenty to talk about as we get psyched up and ready for the new Mumford and Sons record. Delta, as of right now, if they can finish mixing, November 16th from Gentlemen of the Road / Glassnote Records. We'll have more info for you right here on The Morning Show with Anthony Vlog.